I'm coming. You know, if I didn't have to do this walk thingy, I could just be barefoot the whole time. Nobody would know.
Do you know how many steps you have today? How many steps do you do?
I don't wear a stepper thingy.
Oh, you don't?
I don't. I do the treadmill a few times a week, though.
Well, that's good.
I try to do 45 minutes on the treadmill, but I'm not counting my steps on there. But
yes. No, a lot of us do.
How many steps do you have?
Today, because I did sprints, I didn't run far, but I ran fast. So today I'll probably end up with about 14 or 15,000.
Somebody has to make a really cute one that looks like jewelry, and then I might do it.
There we go.
There we go.
How about that's
a great idea. One,
hopefully one of those guys are listening and they're going to do a
there we go.
A fashiony.
Do they have sparkly ones? Oh, Steve's saying they have that.
Oh, maybe they do.
All right. Well, let's talk about
a very,
vein support.
very important product.
Yes.
I would have to say, and certainly after reading the reviews on Ultimate Friendly Flora and Cranberry, how passionate and how well written they are, that my circulation vein support product, probably more than any product I make, has the most passionate, emotional reviews. And I think it's because no one expects a simple, natural vitamin that you take 1 or 2 capsules daily. It's really designed to be taken 2 capsules daily, can make such a profound, such an enormous difference in the quality of their life, in the way their feet, their ankles, their calves look and feel at the end of the day, that issues that folks have had for decades suddenly disappear. And it's something that I encourage you to read the reviews. And the reviews these are not magical reviews, because I could show you just as many charts discussing the science on these ingredients and how they deliver to improve the tone of our blood vessels in our legs. And by improving the tone in those blood vessels tend to enlarge less, become less unsightly. Also, by having better blood vessel tone, fluid seeps out of those blood vessels. And it's the fluid that seeps out of those blood vessels, the inefficiency of those blood vessels, that is the swelling in our feet, ankles, and calves that all of us experience as we get older. But this product can make a profound difference, and there's no better time to try it than now. This is a challenging time of year, number one, a lot of time on our feet, shopping and all sorts of things at the end of the year, but also not a 30-day money-back guarantee, which is plenty, but an almost 4-month money-back guarantee till the end of January.
Yeah. Oh, and if you have a minute, go read the reviews. People, again, love this product. The average review out of a perfect 5 is 4.6. But I'll show you. You can do a 30, a 60, a 180, or 360 size. Here is the everyday HSN pricing on this product. Today, $89. You're saving $40, $20, $11, or $6 depending on the size you're choosing. Free shipping and handling, flex pay on the 2 larger sizes. This is a product we love to talk about. If we had more time, we'd share more information, because it really is one of those products that is truly life-changing. If you have poor circulation in your legs, you know that you do. At the end of the day, your legs are dragging.
Well, as we get older, we all do.
You're right.
We all feel more comfortable elevating our legs at the end of the day. It's just part of the natural aging process. I always say it's the most challenged circulation in our body. That we're pumping blood down there. There's no pumps to get it back up. Gravity wants to keep it down there. And how do we get it to go back up? We push even more blood, creating even more pressure. So essentially, we spend our time inflating the tissues. It's like a bicycle pump. We're inflating the tissues in our lower extremities. And to the extent we can improve the tone of those tissues in the blood vessels of our legs, we see a visible difference. We feel and notice a visible difference. And that's what this delivers, and the reviews speak volumes. And I always encourage people to read the reviews, because we don't edit them, we don't change them, we don't pull the bad ones out. So as perfect as those reviews seem, that's how perfect they actually are. It's pretty amazing when you give yourself an opportunity to read them and try the product. And again, what's great